lumberjacks. Gerda sat in the shade of the cedar trees and watched the lumberjacks at work. Each of them wore a bright red and black checkered shirt, baggy pants, and boots. They looked like children whose mother dressed them all the same for family pictures. Gerda looked closer and surmised that they were indeed siblings. One had a long, fuzzy red beard. One had a curly red handlebar mustache. One had red, bushy sideburns. One had red eyebrows that stretched right across their forehead. And one had red pigtails that stuck out from under their black toque.
Ah, see here, the tallest trees in the north. I told you, we walk north, we find the tallest trees.
The tallest trees? Nah, we want the widest trees. The widest trees bring us the most lumber, and the more lumber we have, the more money we make.
But the widest trees take longer to cut down, which means our time is wasted. Tall trees take less time, which means more trees and more money.
Forget the tallest trees and the widest trees, eh? We need to find the shortest trees. They're easier to haul away, and they fit nicely into a neat little bundle. I can carry them on my shoulder.
I have an idea. Earl, you cut down the tall trees, and Edgar, you cut down the wide trees, and Elmer, you cut down the short trees, and I...
And you, little Ella, you can pick up the leaves.
Big Ernest shook a tree hard, and the leaves fell over Ella. She grimaced, kicked the dirt in his direction, and strode off to sit alone on a stump. Her brothers were annoying her. Why did she have to spend her days with them, she thought? She would much rather be playing music, reading books, and writing poetry. But for now, she was stuck with them, chopping down trees. Gerda heard a rustling behind her, and from down the path came a very joyful-looking man in a dirty white apron, followed by a gaggle of giggling young women.
Oh, my girls, my beautiful daughters, look at this camp the men have set up. Trees everywhere. That's the problem with working in the woods. There's too many trees. The leaves get in my beans, and the bark gets baked in my pork roasts. And look at them, gawking at you. Those fellas are no good. No good at all. They just eat and eat and eat. Never a thank you. Never a, oh, Cookie, this food is delicious.
Hey, Cookie!
Stop your standing and your staring and your drooling and start cutting, or there's no food for you tonight.
All right, Cookie.
The lumberjacks began to lazily swing their axes towards the trees, but their focus was on the cook's daughter.
Oh, they are beautiful, especially the oldest. Tonight, I'll be asking the cook for permission to marry her.
No. Tonight, I will be asking the cook for permission to marry her, eh?
No, tonight I will. No, please. You're ugly. No, I'm.
As the lumberjacks began to wrestle, across the clearing, the cook's daughters were gathered around their sister, Mary, who sat inside a sorrowful sigh.
Oh, my sister, why are you sad again today?
What will we do? She's never been this melancholy before. Sister, what can we do to help?
A book. Give her a book to read. One with humor. Perhaps that'll cheer her up.
Why is she so sad? She has everything a girl could want. A cozy log cabin, a father who's the best logging camp cook in all of Canada, 4 loving sisters. What more could she want?
Sitting all day in a logging cabin is not such an amusing thing to do. Why am I not married? Why haven't I gone off to see the world?
Why not?
Why not indeed? I want love. Someone smart, strong, and loving. One who can answer any question I put to them. Don't you agree?
Of course. We all want what's best for you. Perhaps we should tell Father. He will understand. Father!
Girls, my beautiful daughters, hand me the frying pan. I have to burn the pork.
Father, our sister is very sad and forlorn.
Why? What is it, my sweet?
She wants to be married.
Married? Married? Why would you want to be married? You have everything you need already.
She wants love.
I knew this would happen someday. But look around. We're in the woods. Where are you going to find a worthy mate in the woods?
There must be somebody. You can help her decide.
Oh, all right. Lumberjacks, gather round. So my daughter here, she wants to see herself married. But there are conditions. Her mate has to be strong. They have to be smart. They have to be able to speak for themselves. And they have to be relatively good looking. Not smell like they've just crawled out of a pile of dead leaves. Got it?
Got it!
Yes, please come forward.
So, you should marry me. I'm tall and agile. Look who I can balance on one foot.
Why would she need a husband who can balance on one foot?
Well...
Daughter, do you need a husband who can balance on one foot?
No, thank you. Next.
When I'm your husband, we won't need to read or listen to music or dance. We will sit around all day watching the other fellas cut down the trees.
And why won't you be working?
'Cause they'll do all the work.
Daughter, do you want a lazy husband?
I'd rather not. Next.
Yo, baby, when we get hooked up, we can ride around all day in my horse-drawn cart and...
Next!
See that tree? I can cut it down with one swing of my axe. Oh, yeah.
What's the last book you read? What are your thoughts on the economic stability of the North? Have you ever done your own laundry?
I'm so scared.
Get out of here.
I'm never gonna find true love.
Sister, you have spoken with so many.
But not one spoke purely or was themselves. They were all putting on airs to act the way they thought I wanted them to act, rather than them being themselves.
Surely there must be one.
Rose, 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 red.
There she goes with the singing again. Hurry up and find someone.
I think this is hopeless.
Mary walked away from the others and began to sing to herself. Ella, who had been sitting on the stump feeling very sorry for herself, heard the beautiful singing and saw Mary. It was Ella's favorite song. She began to sing as she walked towards her.
Who are you? I'm the new girl. Those are my brothers, and that was a beautiful song. It's based on a poem from my favorite book of poetry.
You read books of poetry?
When I'm not writing, I'm presently writing a novel about the sad life of a lonely girl in a logging camp.
You write novels?
When I'm not learning to dance, shall we?
Mary and Ella began to dance a dance their mothers had taught them when they were young. Mary's sisters saw this and gathered round, clapping along with glee. The cook saw this and marched over.
You girl, what are you doing? Why are you not cutting down trees? Why are you dancing with my daughter?
My brothers won't let me chop the trees yet. They say I'm too weak to swing an axe, so I spend my time picking out the leaves and bark. You wouldn't want them to get in your food.
What a fine young woman. Would you like to marry my daughter?
That sounds very nice, but how about we get to know each other first?
Oh, I will cook you a 4-course meal of beans, and pork, and for dessert, pork and beans. But first, we shall dance.
The cook grabbed Big Earl by one arm and Big Elmer by the other and spun them into the dance. The lumberjacks kicked up their heels and danced up a storm. The daughters danced and sang with them, and Mary and Ella danced in the middle, feeling very happy that they had found each other. Meanwhile, Gerda looked at this as her opportunity to sneak past them. Stealthily, she snuck through the clearing and off into the forest, the crows flying close by overhead.
You see, Gerda, and now all is right in the forest.
Rose, will you help guide me? I have to continue on to find Kai. Can you lead me north?
We must remain in our forest, Gerda. This is where we belong, but you can follow the northern lights. Look, over there. You can see them now. They will lead you to Kai.